Hello everybody, welcome to another Southbaygamers Battle Report. Today we have the Mech going against some Steel Legion? Yes,
yeah,
Steel Legion.
Astra Militarum.
Cool. Two new books going against each other. Just a disclaimer guys, or I just want to start out by saying if you guys are in the South Bay, Los Angeles area and you are looking to get a game in, we have a good group of guys that we play out at the Game Hub in Manhattan Beach. So if you are ever in the area or want to get a game in with one of us, let me know. My email I will put in the link in the video description. That being said, let's go over the list. So for the AdMech, I am running a battalion detachment. Leading the battalion detachment is a Tech Priest Dominus. Forgot to say my dogma is Stygies, that's why you don't see Call in this list. So I'm trying something a little different. This guy is just kitted out, very basic Volkite Blaster Macro Stubber. He's bringing it's the other Tech Priest that's bringing the Auto Caecus of Archaeum. Along with him in the battalion is an Engine Seer, just a cheap Engine Seer, no upgrades. And then leading the troops are two Rangers, bare bones. They're just 40-point Ranger squads. I didn't really spend too many points on infantry in this game, just because I know Imperial Guard are very good at killing infantry. Can be. Then I have a squad of breachers with their arc rifles and arc claws. That's pretty much it. Got an Iron Strider Balistaria with twin Cognis las cannon. I know a lot of people don't like these, but this guy's actually been doing probably some of the best amount of tank killing for me, surprisingly, with one of the stratagems I use. So I do think eventually I want to get like 3 of them and just run that stratagem to give them +2 to hit. It's really useful on Cognis las cannons. Then we also have a Datasmith, just a cheap Datasmith though, no upgrades on that. And then I have a Spearhead detachment. Leading off is this guy right here, the Tech Priest Dominus. Same thing, he's just kitted out bare bones, the Volkite Blaster Macro Stubber, and again I said he has the relic, the Auto Caecus of Archaeum. We have 4 Castle Robots. They all have their Phosphor Blasters. And then we have 2 Dune Crawlers. One will have an extra Cognis Heavy Stubber, but they're exactly the same. They had the Broad Spectrum Data Tether, I think it's called, something like that. And they have the Neutron Lasers. And that is my 2,000 points. My Warlord trait is Monitor Malevolus, which is the 6-up getting some stratagems back. Almost forgot to mention my super heavy auxiliary detachment, which is the Imperial Knight. Again, I'm running him as the Knight Crusader, so he'll have Battle Cannon, the Avenger Gatling Cannon, and instead of the Iron Storm Rocket Pod, I gave him the missile launcher equivalent. I forgot what it was called. I think it might be Storm Spear. Don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that is what I'm bringing. So he's gonna be like a 1/4 of my points right there. But I think it'll be pretty nasty, and thankfully he didn't take too much anti-tank, so hopefully he'll last. We'll see. 2k points of Steel Legion, go ahead. Or yeah. Armageddon, I should say.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many battle reports with the Steel Legion floating around. In fact, I haven't seen any. It's mostly been Catachans, and some Mordians, which is cool. I'd love to see some others like Talan, etc. But here's a Steel Legion, my favorite. So today I'm fielding, as you can see, as thematic a Steel Legion list as I possibly can. Everyone is in a transport, even the damned conscripts, who, yes, they're Mordian models. So what I've taken today is we'll start at the front. So we'll start here. This is a command tank, a Vanquisher, las cannons, 2 plasma cannons on the side there. So it's an anti-tank pillbox mostly. Could take multi-melters, but these are longer range, so that's cool. Then moving backwards, so we have 5 Chimeras, all filled with guard squads with grenade launcher and a Vox. The sergeants don't have anything magical or special. It's all just chainswords and pistols. They're supported by their officers. We have my Warlord here, whose Warlord trait is going to be Grand Strategist, so getting back those command points on a 5+ roll, a rebate, so to speak, a refund. We have another senior commander here, and we have a junior officer here, so just enough orders for the 5 squads inside their tanks. And we have the conscripts here riding inside a Crassus armored assault vehicle, as you can get from Forge World. This is the banner from the Primaris kit. I just loved it so much, had to have it. Took it off the hands of the Primaris and put it back into loyal Imperial Guard hands. So we have 25 conscripts here with their junior officer leading them, Raging Heroes officer, and Commissar Caiaphas Kane is also a model that I've been painting up here. I can't remember where you get him from, but you can find him and his aide Jürgen online, and you can get them too. Up the back here we can see we have the Manticore and 2 Wyverns. Nothing special on them, just stock. The Chimeras, I should say, are armed with multi-lasers, heavy flamers, so they are a bit expensive, Pintle Stormbolter, don't leave home without those 2 points of Stormbolter, and track guards here. None of them actually have track guards on them, but they have track guards today because I want to see whether they're worth taking for 10 points apiece. When
I hear they're worth taking. Definitely. So maybe not. I don't know about on Chimeras, but for sure Lehman Russ is.
Well,
and more expensive tanks.
Yeah. Well, Lehman Russes are mostly stationary anyway, and with Steel Legion, I want to get where I'm going. So, unfortunately, this is a super heavy auxilia, so it is super heavy, which is nice. But here's the thing that Imperial Guard commanders have to remember: is that super heavy auxilia cannot receive benefits from regiments. So that's just one thing that caught me off guard. So it's just technically Armageddon, but it does not get the -1 ignore AP ability that the rest of the tanks will get. And finally, don't leave home without your sentinels, these little objective snatchers and getting in the way fellows here. So there's 3 of those, all separate units, 1 las cannon, 2 multi-lasers, and that's that. Cool. So I'll be taking the Warlord trait, as I said, was going to be Grand Strategist. I'll also be taking Kurov's Aquila as the item which improves the order's efficiency and allows the units to receive an extra order on a 4+, which is going to be interesting, combining it with staying inside the Chimeras and using the stratagem, which allows me to actually order from inside a Chimera, which is going to be
really?
nice.
That's a stratagem?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
just
cool.
1 command point, although it's going to be 2 command points, turn 3.
Turn 3, yeah.
So, and I'm going to use a command point, one of the stratagems, to give myself another relic, another thing, which is going to be my other commander here, and that's going to be the relic which allows me to, there's the Laurels of Command is on this guy, and Kurov's Aquila is what I'm trying to give this guy, which gives me the more command points back every time my opponent uses a stratagem.
Right.
But because I just used the stratagem, I'm going to try and get that one back.
On a 5+.
On a 5+.
Okay.
And then my opponent is going to try and see...
I have that same roll, but it's on a 6.
so let's see. No. Okay.
On a 6, I get his command point because that's my Warlord trait.
Oh, no. Damn. Oh, well.
Good try.
Let's try it. Let's move on to the battle.
Here's a shot of the deployment before the game starts. Manticore, Scout Sentinel on this side. Lots of tanks. Big old tank right here. Wyvern, lots of Chimeras.
Just an overgrown Chimera.
No infantry on the field at the moment. Ooh, interesting.
Steel Legion.
Yeah, and then on that side you can see my robots with some Rangers, Tech Priests, Imperial Knight in the middle, Breachers in the back, 2 Doomcrawlers hanging out with each other, with another Tech Priest over there with some Rangers. That is my side of the deployment. We are playing Maelstrom of War Deadlock, and I did deploy first, meaning Mech will go first unless Steel Legion concedes. Go ahead and roll it.
Alright, let's see.
On a 6.
Honestly, in some ways I hope I don't, but sort of free. There we go.
Nope.
5.
Do you want to use a stratagem to reroll?
Nope.
No, you don't? Okay. On to Mech turn 1. Mech turn 1 drew mission critical objective 4. I rolled a d6 for that. 4, Will of the Omnicite is randomly determine one of your canticles. Defend 4, Psychological Warfare, Defend 2, and Blood and Guts. So all those are going to be pretty difficult. I already got Will of the Omnicite at least, but objective 4 is in the middle there. I don't really have any fast moving things to get over there. I guess I could start moving the Doomcrawlers. I guess I'll move them up a little bit. Anyway, the Imperial Knight moved up during my movement phase. Breachers just kind of moved up. Doomcrawlers just kind of barely moved up, if at all. And then Entered and Seer Tech Priest didn't really move. The robot stayed still. Actually, this whole side stayed still. I did use a stratagem, which is been Herrick override on these castle robots, so allowing them to change their protocols immediately, and then it can never be changed for the rest of the battles. But I'm doing that so I can shoot twice, or at least double their shots. So that'll be useful there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Number 2, just so you guys know, is up on that building. So I am definitely, the glare is really bad, but it's on that building right there. So I would definitely not be getting that. And Blood and Guts kill something soul phase. And Psychological is have them fail a morale check, which is tough when they're on their little metal boxes. So let's go on to a shooting phase for the AdMech. End of AdMech turn 1. As you can see, a pretty devastating shooting phase. I killed the Lehman Russ, killed that Chimera, killed the guys inside besides the officer, and put a pretty good hampering onto the Wyverns via
nearly dead.
The Castle Robots, because I used that protocol, which is pretty nasty. Yeah, that one's down to 2 wounds, that one's down to 4 wounds. But most importantly, I killed the Lehman Russ in 1 shot from the neutron laser. That was very lucky. All hits, 2 wounds. I used a stratagem to reroll to.
And I used a stratagem to try and hunt
take cover.
Yeah.
And he was not able to save those because they were -4. So at least he would have gotten a 6-up save rather than no save. And I ended up blowing it up. He actually blew up, but then he used a stratagem to reroll that in order to not blow up.
Yeah, our stratagem seizings, the little 5+, 6+, get stratagems back have actually been going off quite a bit, so we've been exchanging command points.
Yeah. So in total I used 2, but I actually got one back from, I'm not sure, it might have been one of his, I think it might have been his take cover that I got a stratagem back, so I'm at 6. I started with 7. And he has
I have
9. Okay, yeah, you got some back also. And I guess that's really all to talk about. That's all I really shot. I tried to get psychological warfare by shooting the guardsmen, but I ended up killing too many of them.
Just too damn efficient.
Too efficient. That was my mistake. That was all from the Imperial Knight. I should have shot the Stubbers into somewhere else, but the Avenger Gatling Cannon did like 5 wounds or something like that. And then I actually rolled really well with I think the Stubbers got 6 hits and 5 wounds or something like that, so I wasn't expecting that. Unfortunate there, but that's okay. You live and you learn, I guess. And other than that, I think
well, you tried to
that was it. I tried to charge, yeah, but these breachers shot into the Chimera. That's what that blew it up. The other neutron laser shot and did 9 wounds to it. I think that's what did 9 wounds. Yes, that was the thing. I did 9 wounds, and then they killed it. And then, like I said, it blew up. It blew up, and some of the guys died. And then, like I said, he blew them away, unfortunately. And then I tried to charge into the Sentinel and the, what's it called?
The Crassus.
Crassus.
And
used a stratagem
to increase my Overwatch.
And then he did 6 wounds in Overwatch via last cannon.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea. I should have just charged him into him. I mean, really, that was my ultimate intention to charge into the Sentinel. Yep. I was gonna try to get Blood and Guts by killing that Sentinel. I don't even know why I declared that as a charger, but it was more just in case. That's my mistake. That's okay. I will score 1 point, and we'll probably dump defend 2, and it'll be Steel Legion turn 1. Imperial Guard turn 1. Drew defend 2, defend 3, defend 4, secure objective 6, big game hunter, and supremacy. Not bad pulls, actually.
Yeah, damn good pulls considering. So, that was quite a nice bit of Dakar on behalf of the AdMech there. I'm trying to do my best to just push forward. I'm trying to get within 18-inch range over here with my guys inside their chimeras, just so that I can make maximum use of that rapid fire range. So I'm just zooming up as fast as I can. I'll be firing, of course, with my Wyverns. I had to get 3, 6, and 4, and 2. Basically everyone that's closest to me.
Yeah, how convenient.
How convenient. Just as
6 right there, 3 right up there where those conscripts dumped out. 4 over there, 2 right there. So, how convenient.
So, the Emperor smiled on me after that first blooding in my broken nose.
Yeah, it was a pretty nasty turn.
It's a good left hook. So, I drove up here with these guys bailed out, all ran up there, Commissar and their commander in tow. I advanced them just so that they could get as many people on 3 as possible, and I'm just going to hunker down as much as possible. And I am going to charge with my Crassus into him. I'm going to Hail Mary, praise the Emperor, and smash his legs. I'm going to drive into his legs.
You know that thing can move out of combat and still shoot and charge whatever it wants?
So can he.
Okay,
but,
just making sure you know.
No, he can't. He's not going to do very much, but
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, hey, no, you don't get to charge my conscripts. That's basically...
No, I'm saying he can, on my turn, he can do that. Move out, shoot whoever it wants, and then charge whoever it wants. So you basically give me free Overwatch, free attacks. Just letting you know that.
Oh, well, so be it. And the Sentinel advanced as well. My Chimera bailed out his troops so that they could hug two. He drove forward to take 4. My Sentinel chicken walked out behind here, and that's about it.
Hey, I'm the chicken walker over here, okay? That's me.
That's true. Well,
I am the chicken walker.
Well, I suppose
I have long,
yours is
skinny
more
ass
sort of
legs.
like an ostrich. I think mine's more.
Alright, I guess so. Fair enough.
Okay.
On to the shooting phase for Imperial Guard turn 1. End of Armageddon, turn 1. He will score objective 6, secure 6, and he'll get supremacy. All the other ones are defend, so he could potentially get them on my turn. We'll see if that actually happens. But D3 for supremacy.
Come on. Yeah. Yay!
Crap. And he's pretty close actually to Big Game Hunter. That with D3 too, because he did quite a bit of wounds during the shooting phase via Manticore. I think. Yeah. I use the stratagem. It's the rotate ion shield still plus Y invuln, which was I think a good idea because there were some last cannons and then the Manticore.
Always a good idea.
But unfortunately, I rolled really bad. He rolled really well on his Manticore shots, and I rolled really bad on my invuln. So I took 9 wounds just from the Manticore alone. Yeah, that's what happened.
But I did try to assault with the Crassus.
He did, and he did, and
I just
didn't
lost
take
like
in.
10 wounds.
Yeah, you lost like 10 wounds. Some from Overwatch, and some from the feet. So not a good choice. But I mean, he wanted to try it out, so you never know. He also used the stratagem to allow him to hit on 2s, which was cool, I guess.
And again, the command
useful.
points have been dancing backwards and forwards
Oh yeah,
between us.
because if only we can get him on camera how many dice we're rolling every time we use a stratagem. It's quite funny, actually. And other than that, I think you killed 2 rangers, and you did a wound to a casting robot. And
I move. The conscripts actually succeeded their order, and they're just trying to.
Because it's on a 4+ now.
3. Yeah.
And they got up on that objective, so I'm gonna have to kill both of those if I want to get them off to defend 3.
And the same with 4, because I think you've got 4 as well.
I do. I have defend 4, I believe.
You've
So
got to result
so
that.
good there. That's pretty much the turn. And I guess we'll move on to AdMech turn 2. AdMech turn 1 still had mission critical objective 4, defend 4, psychological warfare, blood and guts. This is my new one, hold the line, which is going to be automatic. I will have 3 easily in my deployment zone and none of my opponents, I believe. Yeah, this case. And thankfully, with the new AdMech codex, I was able to just this really cheap 40-point unit survived all that shooting. Is going to automatically get me D3 for mission critical objective 4, but since he controlled it and I have the old objective secured special rule, so I will get that for D3. And if I stay on there, which I doubt will happen, but I will get defend 4 also if I do it on his turn. So we'll see how that goes. He does have a heavy flamer, so I don't think they'll last very long, but at least they'll give me the D3. And yeah, that's really it. For the movement, I decided to move the knight back a little bit because I do want to charge the sentinel and get blood and guts. And I do plan on shooting the crap load out of them, the conscripts that is, from these guys, because that's really what they're for. They're for infantry, so I need to do some damage to them and maybe get psychological warfare in the process. But I have a feeling that might be a little overkill. We'll see.
No, I don't think so. You'll get psychological warfare.
We'll see. Yeah, that's the hope here at least, because there are like 25 of them or something like that. So if I just do quite a bit of firepower, I should be able to get that. And everything else kind of moved. Didn't really move much. And I did use some stratagems. So the first one I used was Machine Spirit Resurgent on this guy, allowing me to use his top row no matter what. Just wanted to use the stratagems as quickly as possible because I do know at turn 3 they'll be doubled. So trying to take advantage of that and try to be as efficient with the knight as early as possible. So use that so I'll be able to use his top row. I did heal him 2 wounds using the Tech Adept, using this Tech Priest Engine Seer who advanced, and did it twice, so he's back up to 11 from his 9. And over here, the Armageddon College just moved around, hopefully shooting the Manticore, because that thing will be quite annoying. That is my movement phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase for AdMech turn 2. End of AdMech turn 2. Can't complain at all. I had a pretty good turn overall. I will get D3 for mission critical objective 4, which we roll for in a sec. I am halfway to defending 4. I doubt I will be able to do it. I got psychological warfare because the conscripts definitely failed the morale check from killing like 21 of them. And then I got blood and guts for killing the sentinel that was right there. I charged into it and then piled into the conscripts who didn't do anything in return.
Of which there is only two left.
Yep. And I got hold the line for just 1 point. So here's the D3 for mission critical objective. I got 3.
Nice.
Oh, that's big. And yeah, I think there's one more morale check over there, but we'll get back to you after that.
Go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh dear, that's not
6.
Good. I might re-roll that.
Yeah, feel free to. You have so many command points. 4.
4 okay. Plus 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
3, 4, 6. So that's 10.
So you lost by
3.
3. Okay.
No.
So that's actually 2. Not that it matters, because I needed 3 in order to get the D3 for psychological. Either way, that's 1 point. It's pretty good. And yeah, that's my turn. The reason why the crisis is dead is because of the battle cannon over here. I had to use the stratagem to reroll one of the die for the battle cannon, but it ended up blowing, or killing it and not blowing up. The what else happened over here?
Crassus?
Yeah, the crisis. That's what I was talking about.
Split, yeah.
The conscripts died from 3 of the Castle robots shot into them. Castellans, sorry. And the other one shot and killed that wyvern. This guy kind of split fired his Avenger Gatling, killed that wyvern. And I think, oh yeah, over here, the neutron laser from this one got that one down to 5, the Manticore, sorry. And the other neutron laser did some wounds to the crisis, leaving it on 2 wounds. And then, again, finishing it off with the battle cannon from the Knight. And thankfully, like I said before, I will get D3 for that. So I already rolled the 3, so that was really nice and useful. That was pretty much it. I did 4 wounds to that Chimera from this last cannon Iron Strider right here. That is my turn. I scored a lot of points onto Steel Legion Armageddon. Forgot to mention that he will get Defend 3, which I believe is right there, and Defend 2, which is right up there, because they didn't fully kill them, so that sucks.
But that's big.
That's big, because that's an extra 4 points.
And it also means I get to draw an extra couple of...
Oh yeah, a couple of cards, yeah. On to Steel Legion turn 2. Steel Legion turn 2. Drew, Defend 4, Big Aim Hunter, Hold the Line, Blood and Guts, and Death from Afar. What's that?
Death from Afar. That's one of the Imperial Guard specials.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the 1/6 one, the 16. Yeah, I have to kill something in your deployment zone from my deployment zone.
Oh, whoa.
So that's like a use your artillery,
that's cool.
which is why they've got the Death Strike on.
Very fitting, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but
fitting.
not with this army, it's not.
Yeah, so you want to sub your movement phase?
Yes. Well, everything else is pretty much dead except for this flank, which is fine. I kind of want to see how well the Steel Legion do what they're about to do. So I just moved their Chimeras and everyone. I bailed them out, marched them forward, moved the Chimeras up. My intention is to just kill as much as possible, assault, and just move forward and just generally make a nuisance of myself. Everything else, well, Sentinel here is still just... It just reminds me of something from like Mech Warrior, where you're just kind of constantly kiting. So yeah, he's kiting the Knight with a las cannon. And
it's a good gun to do it with.
We've got these guys are just going to shoot as usual. An officer and a sergeant who are attempting to make use of the supplies in the barrel to just have a nice time over here and try and survive.
Try to find rum in there.
Yeah, in case the 2 needs to be taken again,
Yeah,
they'll
smart.
casually walk out. Otherwise, they're going to
You're
have
not
a
gonna
nice
do
time
anything.
and just
Right.
avoid dying.
Cool. And you did jerry-rig this, so you're bringing it back up to 6.
Bring it back up to 6. Slowly but surely.
Didn't get the command point. Neither one of us got our command points back. I'm at 4, and he is at 8.
Despite the number of... I'm pretty sure I've
re-rolling.
used something like 8 or 9.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
easily. No doubt in my mind. The conscripts moved out of combat too, just obviously because they want to shoot that guy.
They're technically a functional unit, but they're not functioning very well right now.
Yep. Okay, on to shooting phase for Steel Legion Armageddon turn 2. End of Steel Legion turn 2. Go ahead.
Well, excuse me. Not a great deal happened. I charged in. I mean, there was a lot of gunning, a lot of running, and a lot of bayonets. But other than that, I managed to assault with most of the chimeras and, of course, the 2 squads, and consolidated after a little bit
piling
of melee,
into them,
piling into the Castellans, which I think it's better to keep them in combat.
Oh yeah.
They're
not going to be able to move too, because I cannot change the protocol, so I will be forever stuck. But I mean, they're decent in combat with the amount of attacks
I don't
they
expect
get,
to win in combat. I just want to tie them up for this turn, and then I'll fall back, and then I'll do some more shooting. But because I've got another squad I can possibly get in there if they don't get murdered. But I wanted to tie up their shooting capabilities.
You did kill one via shooting. That was from lots of las cannons.
Yeah.
Or las guns. Wow, big difference.
It was a lot of las guns and
guns.
some. I think the grenades didn't do anything, but the las
They did
guns
one
did,
wound.
So
Yeah.
it was a lot of las fire.
So you killed one. That's good.
And I think there were some flamers coming in there that did some.
Yeah, that's true.
So
they did.
Other than that, my Commissar Kane, sipping his tea, is hiding, as is typical of Commissar Kane, with a couple of conscripts. Maybe he's thinking he's a special mission or something like that. Their sentinel here continued to kite the knight, and it was hilarious. There was backwards and forwards of shooting, and of course,
rerolling them for stratagems.
Rerolling
to see who got it.
command.
I actually
points.
gained 2
He now has more than me.
I gained 2 from my last turn just because of all the stratagems you used, and I rolled a couple 6s, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So he now has more command points than me, which is hilarious.
I did use the stratagem again to give him +1 invuln because I knew he was going to shoot at me with las cannons and manticore, which helped, definitely.
Yeah.
And I took 2 wounds from the manticore in total.
But
so
if my
not bad.
sentinel is still alive at the end of this, it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I plan on killing him.
Because it did. I think it. Did it? No, it didn't. It didn't cause any wounds.
That was
The
a manticore. Did like 9 in one wound, one turn.
But it only did 2 wounds.
2 wounds today.
This
Or this turn. Sorry.
This
Yeah, so not
But
so
the
bad.
only other objective I have after, so I charged in here trying to get blood and guts and gave him the 2+ hit and combat thing, trying to squish him, but no such luck.
Oh, I actually get defend 4 for that because I have the objective secured.
Damn it!
So I get 2 points for that. Nice.
All right. Other than that, I get hold the line.
Hold the line, and you won't score anything else. You want to dump anything, or do you want to keep all those?
I think I might get rid of death from afar because I'm going to run out of rockets before I can achieve that.
Probably true. Okay.
So that's
cool.
about it. So I'm going to get hold the line.
Hold the line, and that's it. On to AdMac turn 3. AdMac turn 3 drew Rumors of Revelation. So I rolled a d6. I score a victory point if I control it, and if my warlord controls it, I get d3, which is the one right here. So I'm just backing out of combat with these rangers, still one within 3 inches. So if I potentially get it, then yeah, I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll kill these guardsmen. It's kind of doubtful, but you never know. I'm just leaving a guy there just in case.
I think the Castellans should be able to kill those guys in combat.
A decent amount of them, but
They kill 4 when they charge.
it's that unit that's within 3, which is pretty much nullifying my objective secure because you also have that on your guardsmen. So domination is obviously score every single one. Objective 1 is right over there where the tech priest and the 2 crab walkers are, and area denial is I have to kill basically this chimera, that commissar, and those 2 conscripts, which
conscripts.
should be doable because I put the knight right in between both of them.
Nah, those conscripts are too tough.
I did advance my engineer to heal 1 wound on my knight, so he's up to 10. Move the Dune Crawlers around this way to kill that manticore because I have to. I left those guys in combat just because it's just gonna be beneficial, I think, in the long run to keep them there.
Because I'm shots from me.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather not. The Dominus moved around just a little bit. Breachers moved up a little bit. Iron Strider stayed still. These guys cannot move because of their battle protocols. And that was it, I believe. Yeah, let's go on to AdMech shooting turn 3. I also used Machine Spirit Resurgent, which because we were playing Deadlock costs 2 command points now instead of 1, allowing this guy to shoot and move and act as he's using the top tier, so that's pretty useful there. I didn't get a command point back, and neither did he, so I'm at 4 command points, and so is he, I believe. On to
6.
Oh,
I just used 2.
So we're both at 4.
Finally, actually running out of command points.
Yep. On to AdMech shooting, turn 3. End of AdMech turn 3. Pretty good turn again. Use the stratagem to, like I said, to allow him to do his normal stuff, which is a very good stratagem, I think. makes Adeptus Mechanicus Knights pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, I think with those two stratagems, like the rotate iron shields, and that, I think it gives them such usability.
Oh yeah, totally.
Such utility. Yeah. I actually really like them. They're really good.
It's great because that allowed me to kill basically everything there, no problem. And it actually made a bit of difference in combat because I rolled a lot of 3s on that Commissar, which you never know, he could have lived, which would have denied my D3 for area denial. So I definitely got that because of the Imperial Knight. Killed the Sentinel via Venture Gatling Cannon. Killed the Chimera because I moved out of combat with it. With the Battle Cannon, which was a good roll. Didn't blow up. And killed the Conscripts, no problem. That was from Stubbers. And over here I lost a guy. Didn't do any wounds in return. And I will automatically pass Morale because I'm Leadership 7 with my Alpha. Did 4 wounds to the... what's it called? Yeah, 4 wounds in total. 1 from the Heavy Stubber, 3 from the Neutron Laser into the Manticore, so it's almost dead there. And yeah, I did charge into with the Data Smith, did quite a bit of wounds. He passes morale check, but other than that, there was no damage done to me. And yeah, that was my turn. I will score Secure Objective 1 because it is over there where my Dune Crawlers and Dominus is, as well as D3 for air denial. So let's get a D3, or let's get a dice in hand. Here we go. 2, I will keep that. So, not bad. Alright, I scored 2 and I will definitely dump Domination. And that is it. On to Armageddon, turn 3. Armageddon, turn 3. Has Secure Objective 2, Defend 4, Big Game Hunter, and Blood and Guts.
Well, not much left for me to really do at this stage.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assault, try and keep everyone within order range. Finally ran out of command points at the very end of that turn.
The reason why he ran out is because he jerry-rigged this guy up to 3, allowing him to hit on 5s rather than 6s. Because
I figured that was
he's targeted a knight. If he targeted anything else, it would have been another -1. So, and I'm pretty sure it does go up to a 7+. So there is a way where he could potentially not even hit my guys if he didn't jerry-rig it. So that was important. He didn't get any command points back. He still has potential to get some from me, but never know.
Well, other than that, I moved the Chimera over there so that it could kind of block a line of shots and maybe either keep my my Manticore alive or give it a chance to do a little bit of shooting back. I might even assault or something with it actually. So
you can't out of combat.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's why I wasn't. Yeah.
Can't move or shoot,
sorry,
or you can't shoot or charge.
I was wishful thinking there for a minute.
No worries. It's cool.
Over here, if I had more command points, that would be great because then I'd turn the dice just come in, true to command come here. It's about to have a couple of officers inside of it. They're going to order themselves to get inside that vehicle. That's that new Armageddon order, and in this case, it's cool. Being used as hide. But before they do that, they're also going to try and order all these guys. Basically, this is going to be filled with some dregs. Although I can't consolidate squads because that's a command point.
Yeah.
All right. So other than that, I think I'm just going to try and kill a few units. The only thing that I'm definitely going to get this turn is Secure Objective 2. I knew it was going to come up again, so my sergeant casually walked around the corner with a mouthful of sauerkraut and is going to take Objective 2. Other than that, I'm preparing to basically be annihilated the next turn.
Yep.
But so be it.
You move those 2 guys out of combat, just so you guys know. And then the Guardsman just moved right there. That's it. Let's go on to shooting phase for Armageddon turn. And Steel Armageddon turn 3? Yeah, turn 3. Charged in, shot and charged in. Got actually the casting robot down to 1 wound, so that's pretty good. Charged in with the Chimera. Took a couple wounds. And nothing was done in the assault phase. The Datasmith Glorious Intervention into the Chimera. Didn't do anything though. The Tech Priest Dominus, he Glorious Intervention, or Heroic Intervention, I keep saying Glorious, into the Guardsmen over here because they charged my Rangers who didn't do anything. He killed maybe 2 guys, I think. And the Engine Seer over here, sorry, he's being blocked by the Knight. Got charged into by these guys, so yeah, he didn't take any wounds, and I don't think he killed a single one.
No.
So that was that. But at least he tied me up over here, which was big, because Castellans will kill the rest of his army, probably. And over here, nothing was done. The Sentinels attacks and my attacks back. So that was that. He will score Objective 2 and dump defend 4 because those guys are going to be holding them down for a long time.
Take objective. Well, no.
You could. Maybe. No, because those are objective security guys, so.
Yeah.
Not unless you kill them, which may eventually happen.
Unlikely.
That's it. Let's go on to AdMech turn 4. End of the game, we are calling it here because it is a pretty clear AdMech victory. I did have in total 14 points to the Armageddon's 10, and we are just calling it after this is the end of my turn 4, so the top of turn 4. Reason being is because he just doesn't have enough to kill the knight, and that's really the key here. Either way, it was a good game. We rolled pretty well both, I think. I think I rolled a lot better than I normally do, so that definitely helped.
The command points were hilarious.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh my god, it's pretty fun rolling dice to see if you can get at the very least get
and stealing it. Roulette game inside the game.
It's pretty cool. Do realize though that this Steel Legion is not optimized at all.
Well, to be fair, the only way I would optimize it is I would take 3 basilisks rather than the 2 wyverns and the manticore.
Oh yeah, those would be nasty.
And change out some gear options, etc., etc. So it's not my optimal list, but my reinforcements are still arriving from Australia, and my basilisks are with them.
So I do expect a rematch, and I think that will definitely change. That night will definitely not last as long.
The terrain's a bit weird too.
Yeah,
I find that a bit strange. But
well, a lot of games I see, they don't have too much like line of sight blocking, especially in tournaments. Maybe I understand this isn't a tournament game, but you know.
No, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It was nice testing out the new Steel Legion rules.
They're good.
If you're viewing this looking for like a real hard test of Steel Legion, this was more testing out the rules, like the little tiny bits and pieces, rather than testing whether they could smash. And
this is not a.
This wasn't.
Mine was probably a way more competitive list than yours was. I was actually kind of scared because I know how Steel Legion or how good Imperial Guard are, so I took pretty nasty list.
Yeah, they can be.
But this is again not an optimized list.
This shows it's not completely optimized. But I think this shows that the Imperial Guard is strong when everything goes, when their orders all work together, when their command points all come together. But if they fall apart in bits and pieces, like this, I mean, the army was sort of like, the knight really cuts you up. So it really, as in it cuts up what you're doing. You dedicate fire to it, and if you can't kill it in the first 2 or 3 turns, then you've wasted so much ammunition trying to kill it.
Oh yeah.
That it would have been better not targeting it in the first place.
Oh definitely. And the Castellans took a lot of firepower too, as expected.
Yeah. I knew the Castellans and the knight were going to be the real most valuable players here.
Oh yeah.
So I had 1 shots, well 2 really. The Vanquisher tank exploded in the first turn.
Yeah, that was lucky.
And I didn't seize the initiative because I feel as though there's going to be a change in that rule, and seizing the initiative, or command point seizing the initiative.
Yeah, I know that's true.
I think that's going to stop.
I think you should have still done it though.
No, look, Guard Alpha strikes are strong, but in this, I just wanted to sort of preemptively respect the fact that soon you're not going to be able to do that. And
yeah, we'll see. It is a rumor, but you know it might happen. I think they're already doing that in tournaments, so see if that actually goes through.
I wanted to respect that. So everyone is like, why didn't he seize the initiative? Why didn't he command point it? Well, because I think it's better this way. I think it's better. So that's why.
Cool. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next battle report.